committed to you. Fox Carolina, the 6 o'clock news starts now.
Good evening. I'm Anna Arinder, and thanks so much for joining us here at 6 o'clock. We want to get a look at your forecast with meteorologist Bob Trihey. Bob, it is kind of that July icky on and off rain kind of weather outside.
Welcome to summer in the South, Anna.
Yes.
Yeah, it's warm and steamy. We've got some pop-up storms out there right now. And in fact, we had one at the station earlier that put down some heavier rain, some gusty winds as well. We still have them out there now across western North Carolina into parts of the upstate and northeast Georgia. These are pretty isolated, but you get under one and it's going to put down some heavy rain and some lightning as well, and maybe some gusty winds, the strongest of which is moving out of Rabun County on into Oconee County at the present time. And here's First Alert radar showing what's going on, and you can see we had some of these storms earlier and they continue to move off to the south and east. If I can get my clicker to work, it does not look like it wants to work right now, so I'm going to back off and manually adjust this, and let's see if it works now. It is not working at the present time, so we continue to watch these showers and storms moving out of North Carolina into the upstate. And once again, you can see some of the heavier activity near Mountain City on into Oconee County at the present time. Watch for some heavy rain and also some gusty winds, and you can see southwest of Clayton, also another shower and thunderstorm there. So heavy rain and gusty winds are the main threat with these as they continue to move off to the south. They're moving out of the mountains and into the upstate. You can see another stronger system south of Brevard right now. That's about to move out of Transylvania County and on into parts of Greenville and Pickens County as well. So watch out for that. Also some showers around Lake Lure, farther to the south, also around Hendersonville, and then north and west of there into western Buncombe. But there's that heavier cell south and east of Rossman right now. That continues to dip to the south. We're also watching showers around Hendersonville, Hoopers Creek, Canton, and Beaver Dam as well. This cell was a little stronger a little bit earlier on, and these pulse, which means they build up and then they kind of weaken. But you can see they continue to move through the upstate. Heavier activity off to our north and east along I-95. In fact, severe weather north and east of Raleigh. So this is typical July afternoon weather. It was very warm today, up to 90 in Greenville, 88 in Clemson, 88 in Spartanburg. 90, by the way, is pretty average. 91 is the average high for Greenville. 85 in Asheville today, 90 in Anderson and Greenwood. And looking outside on the Harley-Davidson cam, we've got some blue skies, but also some dark skies. So that's going to be the case as we go into this evening. And it's warm out there. Temperatures into the upper 80s, close to 90. In fact, 90 in Newberry, 87 in Elberton, 89 in Toccoa. And we've got some rain cooled air into the mountains, 72 in Waynesville right now, 81 in Hendersonville, and 78 into Asheville. But then you factor in that humidity, and it feels like the actual temperature or a little warmer. It feels like 94 in Lawrence, 94 into Union, and 91 in Hartwell. So it's going to be pretty toasty out there through the evening hours and muggy. Here's Future Track at 6 showing the isolated showers and storms. Still some hanging on maybe around 9 o'clock, but by midnight, just partly cloudy to mostly clear, maybe some areas of patchy fog by Sunday morning. Then as we go into 1 p.m. on Sunday, you can still see some showers getting going again across the mountains, and then that could occur and spread into the upstate as we go into the afternoon, much like today. And the humidity, really no break from it at all. Muggy to humid the next few days, and then it gets bordering oppressive, the humidity Wednesday into Thursday. And looking at the humidity for the mountains, muggy and humid. So just pretty much a sticky classic summer pattern across the area. Those feels like temperatures mid-90s Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Wednesday 98, but it feels like 101 as we head into Thursday. So it's going to get hotter and feel even stickier by the end of next week. Upstate for tonight, 69, partly cloudy areas of patchy fog. And for the mountains, you're looking at 63. You could be seeing some fog as well. And another day tomorrow, much like today, upper 80s and lower 90s, some mid 80s across the upstate. Days are getting shorter. Sunsets now at 8:42. Here's your 3-day outlook. 89 Sunday, the same for Monday. A better chance of storms there with an upper level disturbance. And then Tuesday, more isolated storms, temperature of 90. And for the mountains, you're looking at temperatures pretty much in the low to mid 80s Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with a storm chance each day. A better chance on Monday. More in your forecast and your 7-day forecast coming up later tonight on the Fox Carolina News, coming up after baseball. Anna?
All right, thanks, Bob. Now, new tonight, a woman remains behind bars after being charged with murder. Now, we first brought you this story back in March. 28-year-old Devontae Griffin was reported missing back in March, and investigators say he was last seen with Starchin, with a woman named Jessica Starchin, before he disappeared, and Griffin's body was found on April 22nd in a shallow grave in the woods off of Evans Drive. Now, yesterday, the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office announced that their investigation led to enough probable cause to charge Jessica Starchin with murder and possession of a weapon during a violent crime in the death of Devontae. Now, back in April, deputies charged her with obstruction of justice after she fled the state. She was captured in Florida and was extradited back to the upstate after violating her home detention condition. Now, she was arrested again at Starchin's bond hearing today. We spoke with the victim's family, who says her lack of remorse inside the courtroom is hurtful.
He didn't deserve this. He did not deserve this. And she didn't even show up. She just stood there. She didn't show any emotions, anything.
Starchin's next appearance will be in circuit court. That date has not yet been released. Also new tonight, friends and family are remembering the life of a 12-year-old boy who drowned in the Saluda River earlier this month. Now, Aiden Chastain was playing near the river with his neighbor when he fell and never resurfaced. Last Friday, the Greenville County coroner said a child's body was recovered during the search, but was not able to confirm that it was Aiden's until this week on Tuesday. Now, this is video that was posted on TikTok and sent to us of a memorial ride in his honor. Family and friends, you can see them riding across Highway 20 at the Old River Bridge, on Old River Road, where Aiden went missing. Now, the bridge holds balloons, and you can see in the background a large cross there as well in memory of Aiden. The family tells us that he was a good kid, and they are absolutely heartbroken. And new details tonight, one person is dead after crashing into a median on I-26. South Carolina Highway Patrol says it happened around 9:45 Friday night. They say the driver was on I-26 when they ran off the road and crossed over, trying to overcorrect and then crashing into a median barrier on the side of the road. The name of the victim has not yet been released. In Oconee County, a young girl is in the ICU after what investigators say was an accidental shooting. We first brought you this story as breaking news Thursday. Deputies responded to a home on Taylor Road just before 3:30 p.m. A 7-year-old girl was found shot in her torso, and a handgun was also found at the scene. The child was flown to the hospital. Deputies are calling this shooting accidental in nature, but it remains under investigation. The family is asking for prayers at this time. And leaders at a nonprofit are figuring out what's next after a fire burned their building. This is cell phone video that we received from a viewer. You can see that thick cloud of smoke and some pouring in from Satoria at Work. Now, the nonprofit assists with those transitioning from prison back into the workforce. Fox Carolina's Kennedy Harris spoke with the founder of this organization. He says this fire is devastating, but he's choosing to look forward.
I got a Facebook message that my building was on fire.
Wednesday afternoon, Jerry Blasingame says his phone started ringing off the hook. Then he jumped into his car.
When I turned the corner to look at the building, I saw that our wood shop was destroyed.
The shop where hundreds of men and women got their fresh start, left to ashes, caution tape, and soot.
And looked around the prison system and saw that there were other people like me who had been in prison 2 and 3 times and could not find a job when they got out, could not, find housing. And I was like, I have got to do something for myself and for others.
With a vision and a support system, he founded Soteria at Work 23 years ago after serving a 5-year sentence. The goal? To help with housing, employment, education, and life skills after serving time.
These are people whose society have kind of written off. But God has made sure that we can give them a second chance.
The organization has helped over 5,000 people transition. The wood shop was used for restoring old wood into reclaimed furniture. They just finished $100,000 of renovations in January.
And it's like, yes, finally we can sit down and celebrate. And now this.
Equipment, tools, the learning space, all gone. But Blasingame says the work won't stop at this.
Sometimes we think, oh, we completed a task, but it's only the beginning.
Looking through the smoke and towards what's next.
That was Kennedy Harris reporting. Jerry says that the loss of their tool, that they may have lost some of their tools, but they have more supplies stored in a separate location. They plan to rebuild and continue their current projects. If you would like to help, we have a link on our website. That's foxcarolina.com. Now, new today, a group of volunteers gathered in honor of the memory of a beloved upstate teacher. Members of Seacoast Church worked to refresh the Carly Sukup Memorial Garden at Mitchell Road Elementary, where she used to teach. It's almost a year ago today that this garden was created, and volunteers tell us that it's important to have this spot for Sukup.
And it was an important project to her. So when we lost her, we knew that it was a good place for her memorial to be because she was so dedicated and so much of her personality was imbued, so much of her person was imbued into the garden.
Carly Sukup was killed in a cycling accident last year. Mitchell Road Elementary has also created a Spirit Award to honor her memory that was given to a student before the school year ended. Now check this out. The Mega Millions jackpot passes $500 million after last night's drawing. Now before the drawing, the jackpot sat at $530 million. Now, Mega Millions officials say this is the 8th highest in contest history. And the largest prize was over $1.5 billion back in 2018. And that was right here in South Carolina where somebody won that money. Officials say that the odds of winning this jackpot are 1 in 302.5 million. But if you're willing to take a chance, you still have some time to buy tickets because the next drawing isn't until Tuesday night at 11 p.m. It'll be live here on foxcarolina.com. And for the latest on these stories and news anytime, be sure to download our Fox Carolina News app. You can go to the app or Google Play Store, or you can scan that QR code right there on your screen to find it. Remember, we'll be back tonight at 10 with more news. We may be a little delayed because we do have baseball happening before, but we will be on after the game. Thanks so much.